So if you ever wondered if drawing can be used for anything beyond, say, pleasure or hobby or, storyboarding or comics or whatever it is, well, the good news is that there is, and there's this book called Draw to Win, and I'll tell you about it in a second. Hi, my name is Luis Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist from the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for over 20 years now, and I'm here to empower you. So, Draw to Win is another book by Dan Rome. Last time I talked about his other book called The Back of the Napkin. This time I'm talking about this book. This book, in fact, I absolutely adore. I like it even more than Back of the Napkin. Back of the Napkin was more about using drawing for business and innovation and selling and things like that. But this book, I don't know if you can see this, but I've got all these pages like earmarked. And one of the reasons why I absolutely adore this book is because this book is mostly about explaining to you why visuals are so important for humanity, for just being able to talk to another human being, to be able to put forth an idea to someone else and communicate with someone else. It turns out that drawing is almost is like as important as speaking because of the amount of brain power that your brain uses just in order to interpret visuals. If you have control of visuals, if you can create visuals, the brain is even more likely to understand and comprehend what you're trying to say if you use visuals. So the amount of information in here that this has just on explaining how to use visuals in order to communicate. I mean, it's amazing. I would have never thought, to the point where if you were to go over to my Patreon page right now and you were to look at the description of my Patreon page, the reason why my Patreon page is as visual as it is now, because I went out of my way to just make a comic out of explaining what I do, is a direct it's directly influenced by the fact that I read this and I found out that this is how to communicate. So instead of having a big wall of text explaining what my Patreon is all about, I decided to draw it so that it's clearer and it makes more sense for somebody. And it's not saying that you don't use language, because well, what it's trying to say is that you use both language and visuals in order to communicate yourself even better still. That's one of the reasons why videos like these are so important, because by me just physically showing you this book, now you've got a visual representation of the book. I could open it up and show you the pictures in here, explain to you what they mean, and suddenly things become clearer to you. I mean, this video itself is a visual medium, and this book explains to you why being able to control said visuals actually is able to create communication better between two people. Pick this book up so that you could understand what I'm trying to say, because it also goes into the science of it all. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So highly, highly, highly recommend Draw to Win, because it will help you in everyday life. It makes drawing something that is useful in everyday life, not just in business, not just in if you have a drawing job, but in everything. In everything. So, yeah, highly recommend Draw to Win by Dan Rome. If you are interested in this book at all, there is going to be a link to the book in the description of this video below. All right, so thanks a lot. I hope this has been helpful. And if you've hit a wall when it comes to drawing, if you want to draw what you want to draw rather than what just comes out of you, if you want to get better faster, if you want to start drawing more consistently, if you want your proportions to work, if you want your drawings to be more solid, go over to my Patreon. I give my time to giving you personal training, personal coaching, depending on the tier that you're in. So if you really want to improve, then I highly recommend you take my coaching tier, where we get together, we find out what it is that your goals are, and then I cater a group of lessons and assignments specifically for your needs, and then you send them over back to me once you're done with the assignments, and then I critique them and help you improve and work with you so that you can get over the hump, get over the things that are frustrating you. So if you've hit that wall and you really, really, really want to improve, and you want to do it fast, because really the truth is that you can improve without any coaching at all whatsoever. However, if you want to improve faster, because the best way to get good is to be told exactly what you need to work on from somebody who has been there and gone through it, then I'm here for you. There are positions limited. There's already positions taken up. There's only 5 positions, but once they're filled, then you're going to have to wait. So highly recommend, if you're really into this position, then move fast and get in on it right away. Go to my Patreon. The link is here on the screen, but if you want to, you just press the link on the description of this video, and you will get sent to that specific tier, to my Patreon, so that you can sign up for that personal coaching if you want. And if you're not into necessarily personal coaching, there's other rewards, giveaways, wallpapers, and all kinds of other things that you can take a look at and maybe subscribe to. Plus, you're supporting these videos that I use to answer your questions for free. So thank you for your support. But I just wanted to make you aware of this other thing that I do, so that in case it sounds like something you'd like, you can go ahead and do it. All right. So thanks a lot for everything, and I'll see you next time. All right. Bye.